Hello beautiful people and welcome to the 5th edition of the BurnOn Vlog. Today, it's super special because it's not only Mother's Day, but it's also our draft wrap-up edition.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. We love you. Thank you for supporting us through all of our fits as a kid.
Yes, and for paying our college tuitions.
Yes, and food and raising us.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. First on the docket today, I'll be giving a quick little draft overview. And Trip, what you got going on?
Well, Aaron Murray and Mccarron got drafted kind of late, which I think they shouldn't have, and Tom Savage should go home.
Yeah, he is kind of genuinely terrible, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, well, anyways, we'll touch on that.
Alright, so we've had a lot of fun over this whole 3-day draft process, so we've learned a lot. Yeah. Now, 3 big takeaways I'm gonna have. First off, Cleveland is not terrible anymore, Trip.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, hopefully not. I mean, they got Justin Gilbert first round, right?
Mm-hmm, they got Justin Gilbert. They also got Jonny Manziel with the 22nd overall pick. That's going to be crazy because they actually have athletes on their team now. Yeah. On the offensive side of the ball, not named Josh Gordon.
Exactly.
And Josh Gordon could potentially be suspended for smoking weed. So really, as things go forward, they go backward, but hopefully, you know, the new GM's really got them going in the right direction.
Yeah, no, I really hope so.
Point number 2, Mccarron really needed to get fired at Texas, as this is the first year since 1937 that Texas didn't have somebody drafted. That is a long freaking time, Trip.
Are there any plastic bags in Texas? He needs to just put one over his head and just leave.
Yeah, no, he's done so. And point number 3, the first openly gay player was taken this year, Trip.
Yeah, that's right, Michael Sam.
Yeah.
He got drafted to the St. Louis Rams.
Exactly, Sam to the Rams. And he played at Missouri, going to his hometown team, and I think that this is definitely the first step in the long road of this not being a big deal, which is awesome to think that one day, you know, it's just not going to be a big deal for a gay person to be drafted.
Hopefully one day we'll get there with racism and Donald Sterling won't be a thing either.
Yeah, exactly.
So being from Alabama, I was a little disappointed with how low Mccarron got drafted to.
No, you would have been mad about anything past the 3rd round with Mccarron.
Yeah, I mean, look man, roll damn tide. We get it.
That's not an argument. That's not a fact. That's just...
Is it not?
No, it's not.
Is it not?
No, it's not.
Well, hey, look, I mean, he's a 2-time national championship quarterback for Alabama. He's a 3-year starter. And then the guy that got drafted right before him is Aaron Murray, who 4-year starter for Georgia. I mean, they should have been drafted sooner. Doesn't make sense to me that he and Tom Savage and Logan Thomas got drafted before them.
Yeah, it's really interesting that there's this whole like label of athlete that you can throw on Logan Thomas and make it seem like he's a viable draft pick in the 4th round.
Yeah, right.
Like, oh, well, he can't really complete a pass ever, but he can kind of run sometimes, so let's just throw him in there as a backup, and maybe if he has to play half a game, he'll be straight.
You guys want some interceptions? We got some interceptions.
But no, I mean, speaking on your point of Savage, it's really interesting because like you said, those two guys have what we call a body of work, okay? You got Murray who has an entire career of football, and hey, some of that included losing to Colorado and getting the field stormed, and that's okay. Yeah. It was a bad team at Georgia, but he's all they had, man. And you know what happens when the going gets tough? You stick with your team, and that's not what Tom Savage did.
Nope.
He said, sir, I don't like where things are going to Rutgers, I think I'll just get up out of here.
I'm out, I'm dipping. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Oh wait, can I come back though?
I can't.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go to Pittsburgh. So for those of you who don't know the story behind Savage, he was at Rutgers University for 2 years, transferred out of there to Arizona, but because you have to wait a year in order to be able to play, I guess they're expecting that you're gonna stay at that university that you transferred to for the remainder of your college life, but
unless you're Tom Savage.
Unless you're Tom Savage, where he goes nay, and so he then transferred to Pittsburgh, where he then didn't get to play for another year, so that's 2 years absent of playing football, and then he eventually got to play one last year in 2013, which he performed pretty well in, but regardless, the mindset that he has is pretty immature.
I think so too, and you know, like we said, body of work beats that anytime, and for me, man, I think it's very hard to get a guy with that small of a sample size and say that he's going to be really developed at the next level.
Yeah, no, right, I'm completely with you on that. Alright guys, that about wraps it up. Thanks for tuning in, and we gotta go. We got a helicopter to catch, actually. Yes sir, and there'll be some video of that on our channel. We got some cool stuff going on. We're finishing up the Baja series this week, and we got some big stuff in the works, so keep burning on, and if you like our stuff, go ahead and subscribe. But one thing is for sure, the Donald Sterling case shows us 2 commandments of life. 1, racist comments can ruin your life. The older and whiter you are, the worse.